Now, if you are adding borders to your template, you are designing a template and you want to add borders. Note that you can add borders to your cells. For example, if you want to add borders to this cell, you can click on this cell. Then at this region now, you see this option that says bottom border. Then you see this option. Just click on this arrow, drop down all the type of borders we have in Excel. We have the bottom border, top borders, left border. We have the right border. We have no border. We also have all borders. Okay. Now, let's say we want to apply all borders to this file. So what you have to do, just click on here, and then at this option, click on all outside borders. All right. So you're applying outside border to these cells. Now, if you get back there, you can see bottom border, so it applies borders to the bottom only. And then we have another option that says left border. We have the one for right borders too. Okay, right border. Now if you highlight multiple cells, you can go here and click on all borders. So it's going to apply borders to each of the sides of the selected region. Now, let me delete this. Right, if you want to remove the whole borders, what you have to do, just select everything and then click on no border. Right, no borders, to remove all the effects. Also, let's take, for example, we are going to be designing a structural design calculation sheet, which is going to contain the reference section. We're also going to have the calculations. Okay, calculations. And then we're also going to have the results. Okay, we're going to have the result or the output. Call that output. Now you will notice that we will want to centralize these calculations here, and then we also want to separate the reference sections from the calculation sections and also the output sections. In fact, let's decide to move this output to the extreme here. So for us, okay, now this is the output, and for us to format this, first of all we have to format the title, and we can do that by centralizing this. But you notice if you click on here and then use the normal center alignment, you notice what happened. But first of all, let's return it to the way it is. Now, still on this ribbon, this particular alignment palette, there's an option that says merge and center. Now, this is what you are going to do. It says the merge and center combines and center the contents of the selected cells in a new larger cells. So what you are going to do, we want to select all these cells. I want to select these cells and then merge the content of these cells into a single large cell. That therefore means that these whole cells, the cell range I've selected, is going to be turned into a one cell, and then it's going to center the content of that cell. So I've highlighted these cells, then go to this, click on this, and then I'll click on merge and center. So now our calculations has been merged and centered here. Right, for the reference side, I'm going to just center this, and then for the output, I can still merge and center the two of them here, right? And also, I would like to add a background color to this cell. Let's say I want to fill it to orange color. Then for the calculations, I would like to fill it to maybe, it can be green color, or you can make it any color. Just choose any color you wish to, or you can leave it white. And then for the output color, I would like to choose it to be green in color. Right, so let me just give it a color here. Let me give it a color, and I can give the color here to be and give it this color, right? So after doing this, we would like to add borders to this. And for you to add borders to this reference section, just highlight this section, okay, and then go to borders and click on outside borders, right? So do the same to this one, click on outside borders, and then repeat the same for this, and then click on outside borders. So this is how to add borders to our Excel template. Now we are going to see in our subsequent videos how we are going to design a template sheet. We'll be seeing how to know the exact regions where we are going to apply the borders to, so that when we are printing it is going to fit to our paper size if we are to print it in A3 or A4, right? For example, now if I happen to go to file, go to print, and then if you are checking our print preview, right, if you happen to check our print preview, you notice that we only apply these borders to this only region. Okay, this is where we only applied it to. Now when you are printing this size, and this is a letter format, if you happen to switch it to A4, okay, this is size A4. Now we want our borders to reach the whole document. Now if you happen to go back here, if you go back here, you notice, if you look closely, there are some tiny lines, small dotted lines on our template, right? It's trying to show us the boundaries of the A4 paper we are going to use. So for us to apply these borders to fit into our A4 paper, our A4 sheet while printing, let's first of all highlight everything and clear the whole border. For now, let's click on no border, click on no border. Okay, now following these dotted lines, make sure you select everything down to the bottom. Okay, let's select it down to the bottom of that page. Let's go back. All right, then click on all borders, that's outside borders, then repeat the same step here, all outside borders. Then the same goes to our calculation region, column, click on all outside borders. And if you happen to go back to the print preview, okay, now we then have the borders for the section for the reference, and then the calculation section, and then the output section. So this is how to apply borders to our templates or Excel